Well, that's right. What we have been told is that the Supreme Court has given a partial stay on the petitions that was filed by multiple parties. In fact, what we have been told as of now is that Supreme Court grants partial interim stay on contentious provisions of Waqf Amendment Act 2025. It was the Supreme Court who earlier on May 22nd has reserved and the major three demands as far as the petitioners are concerned were of course of the constitutional validity that was challenged by the petitioners as well, and whether the Waqf Amendment Act 2025 is constitutional or not, whether the Muslims could be included on Waqf boards and if it does, then whether that violates Article 25, 26, Article 31 of the Constitution, or whether the exclusion of Waqf by user from the definition of Waqf is discriminatory. The update that we are getting from the Supreme Court currently is that the Supreme Court have granted a partial interim stay on the contentious provisions of the Waqf Amendment 2025. What does that particular partial interim means is something that we'll get to know in the detailed order that will soon come out from the Supreme Court. But as our colleague Nupur is reporting from inside the courtroom where the order is being read out by the Supreme Court Chief Justice of India, it clearly says as of now that there is a partial interim stay that has been granted.
Right, so we are getting the latest news from our colleague Nupur Dogra that the Supreme Court has granted a partial interim stay on the contentious provision of the Waqf Amendment Act 2025. Aishwarya, can you explain to our viewers exactly which provision has been stayed and what that means in practice from the information you've gathered so far?
Well, as of now, what is being told by the Supreme Court Chief Justice is that the Supreme Court has directed that so far as possible as the Chief Executive Officer of the Waqf Board should be Muslim. Remember, this was a challenge that the petitioners have stated that whether there should be any non-Muslims that could be included in the Waqf Board or not. A fresh directive as far as the interim stay is concerned, the Supreme Court directs that so far as possible the CEO of the Waqf Board should be a Muslim, while refusing to stay the amendment allowing the appointment of a non-Muslim as a CEO. Remember, the act that was passed in the parliament clearly states that in the Waqf Board there could be non-Muslims as well. But a very important decision has come out as far as judgment is concerned that a CEO of the Waqf Board should be a Muslim, while refusing to stay the amendment allowing the appointment of a non-Muslim as a CEO of the Waqf Board. The Supreme Court has also stated that the provisions state till the state government framed rules on determining whether a person is a practitioner of Islam. Remember, there was earlier in the act states that he or she should be a practitioner of Islam for at least 5 years to create a waqf, to donate any waqf property. He or she should be practicing for at least 5 years. Now that particular judgment in this judgment that has also been stayed, and that is now termed as a big relief. Also, what we are hearing from the Supreme Court, the latest is that the order reads, we have held presumptions is always on constitutionality of statute. In the rarest it can be done. It is the Supreme Court who has found out that the entire act is challenged by the petitioners, but challenge was section 3 subsection R, and the Supreme Court has gone to the legislative history from 1923 act and considered prima facie challenge to each sections and hearing parties. It is also the Supreme Court in an order which states that several sections which are under challenge, the Supreme Court has granted order. Number 1, need 5 years as practicing Islam stands failed until rules are formed. It would lead to arbitrary exercise of powers. The second stay that the Supreme Court has granted is of Waqf property shall not be treated as the proviso Waqf property. It is also the order that also reads as far as the designed officer making challenge in revenue records permitting the collector to determine rights would be against separation of powers. The order also reads that until finality, the rights of properties will not be affected until the title is not decided. Neither Waqf will be disposed as the property. Remember, Waqf by user was also one of the demand that the petitioners had challenged in the Supreme Court earlier, that this should also should be stayed. Order also reads out that they shall not consist of more than 4 non-Muslim member and the state not more than 3. It is the ex officio officer must be from the Muslim community. That means the CEO of the Waqf board should be from the Muslim community, is something that has been told by the Supreme Court in its order. Further, the Supreme Court stays various provisions of the Waqf Amendment 2025 under challenge, including preconditions of 5 years as practicing Muslim for the creation of Waqf. So it's a major relief as far as the petitioners are concerned. As far as what we are reading out from the order, the initial order that the Supreme Court has given till now, and it has given a partial interim stay on these petitions that had been given to the Supreme Court.
Right, Aishwarya, lots to unpack in your latest update. So the Supreme Court has stayed 3 provisions: denotification powers of collectors, inclusion of non-Muslims in the Waqf board, and the 5-year practicing Muslim clause. Aishwarya, I just want to discuss the political and social fallout impact. This was one of... Right, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I'm being told that we have some live reactions coming in at the moment.
बाकी ये बड़ा लंबा जजमेंट लिखा है, इसकी स्टडी करनी पड़ेगी और उसमें फिर ज़्यादा अच्छे से हम बता सकेंगे.
How big is the relief is?
The relief is big. We'll have to look at, because the court said that it is Monday and we all have to be in different courts. So court said that we are not pronouncing it the whole judgment. They have said it's a long judgment. We'll have to read. But जितना अभी तक बताया है उसमें थोड़ा सा हमें disappointment इसका है कि रजिस्ट्रेशन वाला स्टे नहीं किया, लेकिन उसमें टाइम लिमिट बढ़ा दी गई है. तो हमें उम्मीद है कि अभी हम जब पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें और भी चीजों पे हमारे सामने जाहिर होगा कि इसमें क्या क्या है इस ऑर्डर में.
प्रैक्टिसिंग मुस्लिम वाला जो प्रावधान था उस पे क्या
उस पे स्टे कर दिया गया है.
और
नहीं, नॉट द कंप्लीट एक्ट, सर्टेन प्रोविजंस हैव बीन स्टेड. नॉन मुस्लिम मेंबर्स पे ये कहा है कि उसमें आपके बोर्ड में 3 से ज्यादा नहीं रह सकते और उसमें सेक्शन 9 के हिसाब से 4 से ज्यादा नहीं रह सकते नॉन मुस्लिम मेंबर्स.
तरह से ओवरऑल जो आप लोग की मांग थी वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मान लिया.
काफी हद तक बैलेंस्ड ऑर्डर है जहां तक हमें लग रहा है. अभी हमें इसे डिटेल में पढ़ना पड़ेगा, तब हमें ज्यादा बेहतर आइडिया होगा.
Right. Now that we have certain clarity on the matter, let's quickly go across to Aishwarya for further details he's accessed. Aishwarya, I just wanted to touch upon the political and social fallout impact. This was one of the most debated clauses as far as the Amendment Act was concerned. So we've heard how some petitioners are reacting, but take us through in general how both petitioners and the government are likely to read this as a partial victory or as a procedural correction.
It remains to be seen that how the order, the full order comes out. As far as interim stay is concerned, the Supreme Court clearly had stayed majorly on 3 provisions. But remember, the during the court hearings, it was stated earlier by the union government that there was a JPC that was constituted. 27 lakh plus consultations were done. There were different boards that were also consulted in the entire Joint Parliamentary Committee, and finally the report was submitted and the act was passed in the Parliament. It has a long due process that is involved, but it is 3 major terms. Nupur is joining with us. She was in the courtroom. Nupur, what are the takeaways from the court order that has come out?
Well, Aishwarya, as far as we have understood in our first understanding of this crucial interim order is that, first of all, there would be likely no big change at the ground till the time Supreme Court completes hearing this entire case. That could take about 8 to 12 months in the hearing. So it has basically stayed the powers of the collectors. Now, collectors' power stayed means that the crucial notification about the Waqf by user property, that is denotification of Waqf by user property, is automatically kind of stayed. So this is in fact a big win for the petitioners who were in fact demanding that this provision be stayed. Secondly is regarding the inclusion of non-Muslim members. The Supreme Court has now set a bar on who can be included as non-Muslim members, the number of members that can be included. Thirdly, which is a very important thing, is that the petitioners have said that there was a bar in this new act which said that a non-Muslim, if a practicing Muslim wants to create a Waqf, then he has to be a practicing Muslim for at least 5 years. So this is also stayed by the Supreme Court today.
Can you also help us understand about the non-Muslims exclusion? Has that been stated? Because the CEO cannot be a non-Muslim is something that the Supreme Court has stated, is that right?
Well, yes, the Supreme Court has in fact made this, we have this provision about Waqf Council and Waqf Board in the new Act. So there was a provision which increased the number of non-Muslim members in the Waqf Board and Council. Now the Supreme Court has, as you rightly pointed out, it has said that it has limited the number, that is the de facto, those are, ex officio members. It has limited those to ex officio members which have no big role to play. So that is what the petitioners were in fact demanding in the first place. So this has now been granted by the top court.
How will the petitioners read out the entire order as of now? Will it be considered as a big victory for them, fighting in the Supreme Court for so long?
Well, Aishwarya, I will tell you this is in fact a huge win for them if I am telling you on legal basis, because remember when previously the Supreme Court's bench headed by ex-CGI Justice Sanjeev Khanna, he had only proposed stay on two provisions, that is the powers of the collectors and the denotification of Waqf by user, which is the same provision, and secondly he had said that we can stay the inclusion of non-Muslim members in the Waqf Board and Council. But today, what is important is that this bench, headed by Justice CGI B.R. Gavai, has also stayed one more key provision, which sets a limit on the number of years you have to be practicing as a Muslim. That is, you have to be a practicing Muslim for 5 years before donating a Waqf property. So this is in fact a new entry by the state. So this makes more provisions of the Waqf Act state. Previously, remember, Centre had on record given that on ground it will not implement these two, that is powers of the collector and denotification of Waqf by user property, and non-inclusions will be stayed. But now another provision is stayed by the Supreme Court, which is that a practicing Muslim will have to practice Islam for at least 5 years before donating Waqf. So